All right, Schlockmeister fans, we're going to watch a video nasty here called Fight for Your Life. Let's check it out. Our movie starts with a pimp.
I don't got no smack.
I'm one dime short.
No.
You give it back now. What do you mean you ain't got it?
Moments later, that pimp's business is interrupted by a police van crashing. The guy was taking some prisoners, transporting them. It was all planned.
Shoot these up!
I think this convict can help them.
If you were innocent, you wouldn't be in here.
Really? Well, what do you want from me, old buddy? Jesse Lee Kane's broken out. You were a cellmate, and I need your help.
Meanwhile, in another part of the city is preacher Ted Turner and his
I'd be more than
family.
happy to deliver it again.
Oh, Daddy, we've heard it 10 times already, and you don't have to give it for 2 more days. A good word never wears out its welcome, child.
Meanwhile, our escaped convicts are killing anybody who gets in their way. They're brutal. Next, we're treated to a flashback. I guess this is Ted Turner's, I think, oldest son. He was like engaged to or dating a white woman named Karen. Not sure why we even need to see this flashback, but apparently he died in a car accident.
Those hands.
Our convicts are now ripping off a liquor store.
Sure is a pretty tight. Shame to make her an orphan. Just do like you told. Ain't nobody gonna get hurt.
One of the family members was at that liquor store and they take her hostage
Jesse Kane, ma'am, and I'll ask the questions. You understand?
and force themselves into her house.
Afternoon, Granny. Where's the rest of the family? Who are you? Jesse Lee Kane. Pleased to meet you, nigger. Go on, shake it.
Quite an introduction.
I said shake it, Spade.
They're going to hole up in their house for a while and, of course, eat some dinner with the family. Convicts got to eat. Ted has an idea.
First, you bastard.
I want you to know something, Kay. You can take any material thing we own. But when you get ready to take your hostage, you better take me.
Yeah, did you notice that bicycle out front?
Yeah, passing on.
Around here, people don't just leave a bike like that for a couple of hours and disappear.
You're saying I have a hostage.
I'm saying I think so.
Jesse is incredibly racist, and when he's not being racist, he makes Ted perform for him.
Oh, hey, y'all, that's enough. Everybody, let's clap for it.
He even forces him to sing, which he appreciates at first, but then gets angry.
Somebody's coming.
Oh my God, it's Karen.
Who?
Well, that flashback sequence, I guess, was just to show us who Karen is. She came by to visit, and she's in trouble. And he throws her off the cliff into the water. I think that was actually a rag doll being thrown off, but Karen's dead. Then there's this kid, Joey, who came by to play with the youngest son, looked through the window and saw this. Takes off. But the guy who killed Karen runs into him, and oh my goodness. That's the end of Joey. Again, brutal. At one point, the boy turns the tables.
Corey, quick, get nice. Don't you move, you white garbage. Stand right there, you can poke.
If you ain't the fastest little nigga I ever seen.
Although it doesn't take long before Jesse gets the upper hand again.
Boy, pop it! Put them all in the couch now.
Hitting him with his own Bible.
Turn!
And then Grandma gets mad.
I've had it with you, Kane. You cotton curtain dung heap. You're nothing but a 2-bit hot popping rear end of a sow. But I'll tell you something, Mr. Poor White Trash. You ain't nothing but what you got in your hand. And your pappy should have thought about that before he stuck it in your mammy. Shut up! I'm just getting started.
Well, he then takes the oldest daughter into the bedroom and does bad things to her, which I can't show you. Eventually, the cops track him down.
I don't want to see innocent people die. We can't take the risk. If I were in charge, I would. Insubordination in the field was a damn good way to lose your tag.
That's Joey's father, by the way, on the right. And when the sheriff discovers his son is killed, a little distraught. He decides to rush the house. And, like son, like father, ends up dead. The tables get turned on the inside again. This time, Preacher Ted Turner has had enough. The kid lets the dog out, who'd been locked up, and he promptly pees on him. That's pretty cool. Turner is basically forcing the convict to tell the cops not to come in because he wants to take care of them himself.
They're gonna kill my mom and dad.
And he sends the boy to continue the ruse.
Please, don't come any closer.
And there goes Rodriguez, shot in the balls. The Asian man jumps through a window and gets a chest full of glass for his efforts.
Give me no trouble.
So he's done.
And you pull it up here. Right now.
Kane thinks he's gonna get away.
All the cops back. You hear?
And Mr. Turner comes out, belittles him, and then gets the final shot to end our film. So the whole family lived. All right, let's talk about this movie called Fight for Your Life. Never even heard of this movie, but I picked it up recently. Why? Because I'm trying to probably track down all of the video nasties from the UK from the mid-'80s, and most of them I already have, but there's a handful that I don't, including this one right here. This is, I don't know if you'd call this blaxploitation. It came out in 1977, and it's not really a blaxploitation film, but it does feature predominantly black cast. What we have here is 3 criminals who escape from prison. They were on a bus, and they managed to crash and escape, shot a couple cops, and managed to get away. These 3 guys, led by their leader named Kane, they end up kidnapping this woman at a gas station or like a little grocery store or something, and taking her back to her house. She lives with, the family there is the preacher, a wife, it's a black family, a preacher, a wife, a grandma who's in a wheelchair, a young boy, a daughter who's maybe 19, I don't know. There's I think 5 people in this family. Basically, the 3 of them then terrorize the family. At one point, I guess there was a white woman who was, I think, engaged to somebody in the family who is now deceased, got into a car accident or something. She's coming over just because she's still friendly with the family. She comes over, they grab her, and they were tearing off her clothes in the woods. And then the Chinese guy, who was one of the escaped convicts, tosses her in the river, off of a little cliff almost, and kills her. And then he also finds this little boy in the woods named Joey, who was a friend of the little black boy who lives in the house, kills him with a rock. Very brutal scene, actually. At one point, they assault the daughter in the home, and they're just a nasty, nasty bunch of men. Now, the preacher is, he's very godly and isn't very violent, that sort of thing, but he's had enough after his daughter gets assaulted. Now, the cops do show up, and they figure out that they're inside there, and they want to get in, but before that happens, the family turns the tables and gets a hold of them, and they have them at gunpoint, and they start, I don't want to say they start killing them, but one of them, the 2 of the guys end up dead. And then there's a funny scene in where the little boy who releases their dog, who had been tied up or locked in the closet, dog comes out and promptly pees on Kane. Now, Kane eventually, one of the guys, the Chinese guy, actually jumps out a window and gets glass embedded through his heart and stuff. He dies, but Kane manages to turn the tables once more and gets a hold of the wife and takes her outside. The cops, it's a kind of a standoff there. He wants a car. He wants to get away. The preacher comes outside. His name is Ted Turner, actually, and starts belittling him. And he pulls out a gun and shoots the guy himself, kills him, and that's how our movie ends. So everybody in the family lived. A couple friends of the family, not so lucky. Actually, one of the cops, too, was the father of the little boy who was killed in the woods. He actually got shot in the standoff as well. So there you go. This is a brutal, ugly little film, but it was kind of enjoyable. It was well done. This is a movie that I think, again, I've never heard of this. I don't know. I've never even heard people talking about this film, but it's a little nasty. I understand why it's called a video nasty, because it has some nastiness in it. But again, I think this was a really well done film. Just a low budget, schlocky film, a little bit of nudity thrown in, a little bit of blood, and some brutality in here. It's pretty nasty. So, but anyway, it's a good movie. I think it's well done, and I think you'll enjoy it too. Got nothing else to say. It's put out by Blue Underground. To my knowledge, it's not available on Blu-ray, but you should definitely check it out. So I'll leave a link to it down below. It's not an expensive DVD, as I recall. I think I paid maybe $15 for it, but leave some comments. Let me know what you think about it, and click that link and buy it from Amazon. Fight for your life. It's a good one. Watch it. Bye.